safe, fun, and exciting time here at Modern Woodmen Field and your Modesto Roadsters.
On an 85-degree evening here in the Central Valley, we welcome you to Modern Woodmen Park, home of the Modesto Roadsters, and your defending Pioneer League champion, Oakland Ballers, get set for this Friday night exhibition matchup. It is your Oakland Ballers taking on the Modesto Roadsters, one of the three new Pioneer League expansion teams, right here on Ballers Radio. And welcome in, everybody. My name is Gareth Kwok, one of the new broadcasters for the Ballers this season. So excited to be brought along for this year, and happy to be providing coverage of this Friday night exhibition. On Tuesday at Raimondi Park against the Missoula Paddleheads. It is a very warm but gorgeous evening here in Modesto. No clouds in the sky, mid-80s temperatures, and we are just about set for this 10-inning matchup. It's going to be a very casual atmosphere and environment. The pitchers will be on strict pitch counts, and so don't be surprised if if innings don't get fully completed in the best interest of the pitchers. And there will be, I'm sure, plenty of substitutions as the Roadsters are taking the field in their home black uniforms. Ballers climbing out of the third base dugout, and we are ready for tonight's national anthem. Let's take a listen in down on the field.
And remove your ball caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Performing tonight's national anthem, we have Robert Stone. Fantastic, Robert. Thank you, sir.
That was Robert on the trumpet for our presentation of tonight's national anthem. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for your Ballers, as ran out by second-year manager Aaron Miles. For the Ballers, leading off, it's Tremaine Cobb Jr. He's at shortstop. Zion Bannister is in left field, batting second. Shanar Brown is in right, batting third. Jacoby Long will clean up and play center. Justin Trimble is the third baseman, hitting fifth. Jaden Shepard, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Jeter Ibarra is the first baseman, batting seventh. Nick Leahy is at second base, hitting eighth. And Jaden Kalora is the catcher, batting ninth. And batting 10th is Parker Stroh. He is serving as an extra designated hitter, and he will trade with Kalora behind the plate at the dish. So once again, that is Cobb, Bannister, Brown with Long, Trimble, Shepard. Ibarra, Leahy, Colora, and Stroh. And tonight's starter for Oakland is Charlie Hurley, the former USC Trojan and Texas Longhorn. For Modesto, this is their defense for tonight, at least for these first couple of innings before they inevitably make some substitutions. Vance Tolball in left, Justin Boyd in center, Jonah Sebring in right. On the infield, Jacob Lewiski's at third base, Osiris Johnson at short, Mikey Perez is at second. Hunter Owen is at first. Harry Owen is at first base, and then Hayden Dunhurst is the catcher for Modesto. Tonight's starter for the Roadsters is the left-hander David Domis. Does have a fair amount of Pioneer League experience. He was with Missoula last year, albeit just a quick stint with the Paddleheads for the West Palm Beach native. Domis with a 2.45 ERA in one start for the Paddleheads. He went 3 2/3 innings, allowed just one unearned run with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks. And that, again, was his only taste of professional baseball from last year. So he's geared up, ready to go for his first full pro season as a member of the Roadsters, one of 3 new expansion teams. And Tremaine Cobb Jr. digs in for Oakland. Batting from the right side, the first pitch from Domis is flown out to left center field, striding over in towards the gap and making the catch on the high backhand is Justin Boyd. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the night as Cobb flies out to left center. First pitch was thrown at 6:02 p.m. local time here in Modesto. The Ballers will travel to Modesto 3 times this season as Bannister, a switch-hitting outfielder, takes a fastball on the outside. It's 0-1. Former Texas Rangers farmhand awaits, and Bannister swings and misses and would look to be a 2-seam fastball on the outside. It's 0-2. Bannister has played 134 games in the minors, reached as high as AAA Round Rock. 0-2 is fouled back into the screen. Count remains 0-2 on Bannister. A native of the Bahamas from Nassau. This is his 5th professional season. Domis's pitch is lined sharply in the right field, and the right fielder Sebring has to play it on a bounce. It's a base hit with 1 out for Zion Bannister. And it brings up the hulking Shinar Brown to the plate.
Shinar Brown.
Right now, the spring training roster at 34 players. Aaron Miles and his staff have some hard work to do in these next couple of days to whittle down the roster to 25 as Brown takes a ball outside. 1-0. No score, just underway. 1 out, man on first for the Ballers, and Bannister, who's got very good speed. The pitch misses up and away with the fastball. It's 2-0 on Brown. Mentioned he's a hulking presence. He stands at 6'7", 220 pounds. The pitch, way outside, off the glove of the catcher Dunhurst. It rolls to his right, and that allows Bannister to reach second on a wild pitch. Dunhurst and the pitcher Domis might have been crossed up because Dunhurst is out to talk with him just in front of the mound. Brown, who's from McCoy in Florida, attended Grambling State, finished up his college career down there. The pitch is a strike on the 3-0. It's an outside fastball, 3-1. And a great final season in college, 340 hitter, 9 home runs, and 38 runs batted in. Bannister has his lead at second. The left-hander throws. And Brown takes a ball outside, ball 4. So good patience from Brown. Domus was hoping to paint the outside corner. And when you have a guy that's 6'7", Shinar is standing quite far away from home plate, just given his long limbs. Didn't chase at those pitches outside. And here's Jacoby Long. Long takes a ball inside with a fastball, 1-0. Long is a right-handed batter, 23 years of age, from Palm Beach Gardens. So you got a Palm Beach versus Palm Beach matchup here. 1-0. Swing and a miss. On a fastball down the middle. 1-1 on Long. Former Mets farmhand, drafted by New York in the 17th round in 2024. A look at second, the 1-1. And a slow tapper in front of the plate. It's picked up on a bare hand by Dunhurst. Throws on the first in time. Both runners advance 90 feet. Bannister to third, Brown to second. Long is retired. 2 outs now for Justin Trimble.
Now batting, shortstop, Justin Trimble.
Trimble, a corner infielder from UC Santa Barbara. Native of San Luis Obispo. Left-on-left matchup. First pitch is a fastball high at 89 miles an hour, ball 1. Bannister's at third, Brown at second. No score in the top of the first. Domus delivers, and Trimble takes a fastball in, 2-0. Again, we're playing a 10-inning exhibition game here in Modesto. Domus turns to 2-0. Fastball is a called strike. Just caught the outside corner. 2-1 on Trimble. Trimble formerly with the Astros organization, reaching as high as High A Asheville. 2-1. Fastball is up and away, pops out of the glove of Dunhurst, but Bannister will hold at third base. And it's 3-1 on Trimble. On deck for the Ballers is Jaden Shepard, the designated hitter. Left-hander turns a 3-1. And a check swing on a high fastball on the appeal. No, says the third base umpire. And it's the second walk of the inning issued by Domus.
Now batting,
And the bases are loaded for Jaden Shepard.
Jaden Shepard.
Shepard, a right-handed batter from Cal State Monterey Bay. First pitch, fastball on the inner third for a called strike. 0-1. Another big dude at the plate, 6'6", 234 pounds. 0-1. Hit on the ground to short in between Hopford Johnson. He collects, throws to first in time, and the inning is over. So a nice job by Domus. Likely his only inning of work tonight, but he strands the bases loaded. No score. We'll go to the bottom of the first, and we'll get our first look at Charlie Hurley, the tall right-hander coming out onto the mound. This is Ballers Radio. Bottom of the first inning, Ballers and Roadsters, Friday night exhibition matchup here in the Central Valley. Ballers left the bases loaded in the top of the first. And we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Modesto starting lineup for former Ballers bench coach and now manager of the Roadsters, former Giant JT Snow. This is his lineup for today. Osiris Johnson leads off and is at shortstop. Max Handren, the DH, hits second. Jacob Lewinsky, the third baseman, bats third. Vance Tobal is the left fielder, hitting fourth. Justin Boyd, the center fielder, hits fifth. Hayden Dunhurst, the catcher, hits sixth. Harry Owen, the first baseman, bats seventh. Jonah Sebring is in right field, batting eighth. And batting ninth is Mikey Perez, the second baseman. Isaac Pena will bat 10th and trade duties at second with Perez. The defense for Oakland tonight, Zion Bannister in left, Jacoby Long in center, Shanar Brown in right. On the infield, Justin Trimble at third base, Tremaine Cobb Jr. at short, Nick Leahy's at second, Jeter Ibarra at first. Jaden Calora gets the opening nod at catcher duties for now before Parker Stroh will replace him eventually. And Charlie Hurley, the tall right-hander, deals a first, and it's a ball outside with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball to Johnson. It's 1-0. Hurley, 6'8", 225 pounds, deals the pitch. And Johnson rolls it on the ground to third. It's gobbled up by Trimble, throws across the diamond in time. Two pitches, one out in the first for Hurley.
The designated hitter, Max Handren.
Hurley is 24 years of age, a Sacramento, California native who is in his second professional season after previously being in the Cubs organization with Single-A Myrtle Beach. He works from the stretch. The first pitch to Handren, a left-handed bat from Cal, takes the ball outside, 1-0. First season in the Pioneer League for Hurley. Mustached righty going through the signs with Calora. Standing on the first base side of the rubber. 1-0. Rolled on the ground to second. It's a chest-high hop for the second baseman, Leahy. Throw the first in time. And Charlie Hurley has been efficient so far. Just 4 pitches needed to get the first 2 outs.
Third baseman, Jacob Lewinsky.
And up to the plate comes Jacob Lewinsky. Hurley began his college career at USC, and that's where he overlapped with former Baller and fan favorite Tyler Lozano, as well as Carson Lambert. First pitch fastball inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. No score. Base is empty, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Ballers and Roadsters. And the pitch. On a way. 2. Lewinsky, former Blue Jays minor leaguer, spent last year in Single-A Dunedin down in Florida as a member of Toronto's system. 0-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lewinsky. Before going pro, he was a member of Florida Gulf Coast. 1-2. High fly ball, struck well in the right center field. Jacoby Long backpedaling, still backpedaling, and it's over his head. Bounces on the warning track. Long retrieves, and into second, standing up is Lewinsky. Must say, I have never quite seen the loudspeaker playing music during a fly ball hit in the air to center. Long was backpedaling and trying to track down that fly ball, and then you just heard like a do-do-do-do-do charge sound from the loudspeaker. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. It definitely was a well-struck ball. Either way, a man on second, 2 outs, and here's Tobal, and he takes a breaking ball at the knees for a strike. Well, I guess it's spring training for everyone involved, including the members up here in the press box and with game operations. Belt high set from Hurley. Right-hander peaks twice at second. 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that was a sharp slider on the outside in the dirt. It's 0-2 on Tobal. Coming off a great year at Central Mizzou, where he swatted 22 home runs and 76 runs batted in at D2 Central Missouri. No balls and 2 strikes and the pitch. Flown down the right field line. Long run for Shanar Brown, who loses his cap and watches it sail into the bullpen. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Tobal. On deck is Justin Boyd, the center fielder. The pitch in the dirt. And blocked by Calora. 1-2. Early comes set at the belt. A look at second. And the pitch is rolled on the ground. Takes a wicked hop, and it goes over the head of Tremaine Cobb into left field for a hit. Lewinsky will score standing up. And the throw goes into second base. And Tobal has driven in the first run of the game for Modesto. RBI single in the left makes it 1-0 Roadsters in the first inning.
Center fielder, Justin Boyd.
So a double and then a sharp ground ball. Might have hit the lip of the grass, because that took a sharp bounce on Cobb. What looked like it was going to be a chest-high hop ended up being a head-high hop, and he couldn't react quick enough. 1-0 Modesto. Now the first pitch to Boyd is a sharp ground ball past Cobb on the backhand into left. 3 straight hits for Modesto after Hurley retired the first 2 batters on just 4 pitches. Tobal advances to second.
Catcher, Hayden.
2 men on with 2 out for Hayden Dunhurst, the catcher. Dunhurst is batting. He batted .216 last year with Lake Country as part of the American Association. Left-handed bat takes a ball low and outside. It's 1-0. If pitch counts continue to climb throughout this game, don't be surprised if we just roll into the next inning. 1-0 is a fastball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And again, the have to be careful with pitch counts during spring training. So even if there may be a threat, you could see the team switch sides. 2-0 is a strike. A fastball on the outside. It's 2-1. Roadsters lead 1-0. 3 2-out hits in this bottom of the first. Has them up by 1. Hurley's 2-1 is popped up behind third base into foul territory. Trimble gives it a look. That's going to land out of play as it bounces under a canopy, a wooden canopy here at Modern Woodmen Field. Count even at 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. With 2 down, the pitch. Swing. And strike 3. On the slider. Modesto with 3 2-out hits. Vance Tobal is in the first run of the game with an RBI single. And Modesto leads 1-0 through 1 as we go to the second. This is Ballers Radio.
Big bites. Internal Financial Service Company, making a real difference in Modesto and communities all across the country. Proud sponsors of your Modesto.
Top of the second inning here from Modesto. Ballers up to bat, beginning with Jeter Ibarra, Nick Leahy, and Jaden Colora against the left-handed starter, David Domis. He will return for a second inning of work. First pitch, left on left, is a fastball up and away, ball one. 1-0 Modesto, our score on this Friday night exhibition. 3 2-out hits for the Roadsters to get the first run of the game. The pitch is a fastball in. 2 balls and no strikes on Jeter Ibarra, one of the newcomers on this Baller squad, a corner infielder originally from San Jose. The pitch, fastball, knee high, called a strike. 2-1. Ibarra, 24 years of age, played college baseball at Michigan. 2-1 is a fastball high, 3 balls and a strike. Started out his college career at Ohlone before transferring to Washington for 2 years and then playing his final year at Michigan. 3-1. And he takes a fastball inside, ball 4. Third walk issued by Domis.
Now batting, second baseman.
And here is Nick Leahy. One of 7 Ballers returners from last year, and boy, did he play an integral role in helping the Ballers win the Pioneer League last year. He takes a fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. The UC Davis Aggie hit 14 home runs, drove in 48 batters, and he swings and fouls one off to the right. Count now 0-2 on Leahy. And he did it in just 58 games. Played about 25 to 30 fewer games than everybody else, and he still racked up double-digit homers. Right-handed bat with pop. Domis at the belt high set, throws. And Leahy fights it off foul. A ground ball to third. It hits the fencing of the Ballers dugout. No balls and 2 strikes. It is 3-12 down the left field line here at Modern Woodmen Park. 3-19 to right. Pitch. Fastball is outside, 1-2. And it is 400 to dead center. Wall, however, is high. It's about 12 to 15 feet high, I would estimate. 1-2 pitch from Domis is a fastball at the belt for a called strike 3. Looked like a high strike. Leahy caught off guard a bit. First strikeout for Domis, and there's one down for Jaden Colora.
Jaden Colora.
So it's about 12 to 15 feet high from left to left center, right to right center. And then when you go dead center, it's raised up by about 3 more feet, maybe about an 18-foot high wall at the batter's eye. Colora, a left-handed bat, takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. The pitch. Fastball is on the outside, called a strike. It's 1-1 on Colora. Formerly the single-A affiliate of the Seattle Mariners, the Modesto Nuts. 1-1 pitch is low and away. 2 balls and a strike. The Mariners relocating their single-A affiliate down to Southern California and San Bernardino, the Inland Empire 66ers. 2-1 is way outside. 3 balls and a strike. And that's where this new ownership group, led by Dave Heller, who owns the Kansas City single affiliate in Quad Cities, they jumped in. 3-1 pitch is grounded hard to short. Could be a pair. Johnson throws a second for 1. Perez turns to first, and it's in time for a double play. Side retired. 6-4-3. Johnson to Perez to Owen. And Domis has thrown 2 scoreless on this Friday night. Off we go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Modesto. This is Oakland Ballers Radio. Back here in the Central Valley, Modesto up to bat here in the bottom of the second. They lead Oakland 1-0. Charlie Hurley, the Oakland starter, is back on the hill, ready for a second inning of work. And Harry Owen, the first baseman, a right-handed bat, stands in to face Hurley. First pitch is a fastball outside corner at 92 for a called strike. 0-1. It's Owen, Sebring, and Perez, the 7, 8, 9 batters for Modesto, face Hurley. 0-1 is rolled foul up the third base line. No balls and 2 strikes. Hurley got the first 2 batters to ground out on just 2 pitches each, but then 3 consecutive 2-out hits forced in Modesto's first run of the game. The 0-2 on the way is flied out to left center field, and that's going to split the gap. 2, 3, 4 hops up against the bottom of the wall, and Owen strolls into second with a stand-up double. You can hear the cowbells ringing amongst this good turnout so far from the Modesto crowd, already on a warm Friday night in May. Second extra base hit collected by the Roadsters. Leadoff man aboard for Sebring, the right fielder. Right now, most of the fans are situated along the first base side because there is plenty of shade and cover down the right field line. First pitch to Sebring is a fastball in, ball 1. Third base, though, is pretty empty because it's completely exposed to the sun. First pitch was at 85 degrees here in Modesto, and that, I'm sure, will not be the warmest that we'll experience throughout the summer as Sebring taps one foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hurley is set at the belt to look at second. Owen with his lead. The pitch. It's a slider at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sebring. First professional season was last year with Ottawa in the Frontier League. And now he comes here to Modesto to start something fresh with this expansion franchise. 1 of 3 new teams in the league. Go along with Long Beach and the Red Pocket Mobiles. Hurley comes home. And a bouncing ball to short, fielded by Cobb. Throw on the first in time for the out. Meanwhile, Owen, the runner at second, stumbled as he was letting the ball pass him. He fell onto his knees in between second and third, and if Cobb maybe had held on to the ball a little longer, then they could have gotten the lead runner, but either way. And retired at first. The infield will play, well, corner infielders will play halfway in. Middle infielders are back for Mikey Perez. Second baseman, formerly with the Twins system, awaits the first. And he bounces it foul into the Oakland dugout down the third base side. 0-1. Modesto 1, Oakland 0 here in the bottom of the second. 10-inning exhibition match on hand on this Friday. 0-1. Fastball low and in. 1-1 on Perez. His last pro season was in 2023 with single A Fort Myers down in the Florida State League. 1-1. Breaking ball at the knees. Beautifully spun by Hurley, and it's 1-2. Like a sharp breaker, a curveball. Planted at the knees, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch. Check swing on a fastball, and on the appeal, yes, says the first base umpire. Looked like it from our vantage point here behind the press box, and that's Hurley's second strikeout. Here's Isaac Pena, adding 10th in the lineup. Again, both teams issuing 10-man lineups. Love to get one more guy in at bat. As the first pitch to Pena is rolled foul up the first base line, 0-1. We're going to be bending the rules throughout today. As both teams trying to make their final decisions for the roster heading into Tuesday, opening night in the Pioneer League. And the 0-1, swing and a miss on a good back foot slider, 0-2. And we certainly hope to see you on Tuesday, opening night at Raimondi Park. Ballers taking on the Missoula Paddleheads. We expect to sell out, still some seats available. Get your tickets at oaklandballers.com. 0-2. Fastball is low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pennant unveiling scheduled for Tuesday. Ring night Wednesday night. Seats available as Ballers will get their Pioneer League rings. The pitch is in the dirt on the 1-2 with a breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 games against the Paddleheads and then 3 against Long Beach. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball is high. 3-2. 12 home games to start the slate for Oakland. It's been a long, long wait, but the anticipation palpable. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a slider down in the zone. Charlie Hurley bounces back after giving up the leadoff double to Owen. We go to the third. It's 1-0 Modesto. This is Ballers Radio.
Gabe Emmett.
Top 3 here from Modesto. It is 1-0 Roadsters against the Ballers. David Domas, the starter for Modesto. His night is finished. He goes 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And he gives way now to the right-hander, Gabe Emmett, 24-year-old from Sacramento, California, and a former Dodgers farmhand. Drafted in the 19th round in 2021 out of Folsom Lake College. Last time Emmett pitched professionally was in 2024. 8.60 ERA with Rancho Cucamonga in 17 appearances, 46 strikeouts in 45 innings. And Parker Stroh will lead off for Oakland. He's a left-handed bat. left-handed batting catcher, serving as a second DH for today. First pitch from the righty, Emmett, is a breaking ball inside, 1-0. Stroh, 25 years of age, a native of Grand Forks, North Dakota, playing in his third professional season. 1-0. Change up low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. He and Calora will trade off behind the plate today. Aaron Miles making sure his catcher's legs are staying fresh for this weekend. 2-0. Ouch. Fastball bean Stroh on the lower leg. Caught him flush just below the hip. Hopefully it caught him more in the muscle. Slowly taking off the shin guard and the elbow guard, and he'll take first base. I do see the comments in the chat. I know fans are asking about Sunday. We have a scrimmage scheduled. The Ballers taking on the Martinez Sturgeon. That is for investors and season ticket holders only. But again, Tuesday opening night, Wednesday ring night. As Cobb takes a strike down the middle, it's 0-1. So once again, Sunday's scrimmage at Raimondi Park. It is for investors and season ticket holders only. So for the general public, your first chance to see your Ballers in person will be Tuesday on opening night against Missoula. Cobb takes a strike down the middle, and it's 0-2. Tremaine flew out to center in his first at-bat. The pitch is hit hard on the ground, up the middle in the left center for a base hit. Caught a breaking ball middle in, and he hit it hard. The left side is second base. 2 men on for Oakland with no men out for Zion Bannister.
Now batting, catcher, Jaden Kalura.
Here is Zion Bannister. Switch hitter, batted righty against a lefty. Domas first time up. Now he's in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch is bounced foul towards the on-deck circle of Modesto, 0-1. Joby Horton, what's going on, man? Any fans out there in Modesto with their own Glow Riders gear? First look, don't see much Glow Riders. It's a lot of blue and red after they originally announced the Glow Riders as their team name for then renaming to the Roadsters. Here's a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. It's 0-2. Someone is wearing a Willie Mays jersey about 6 rows in front. I see a Dave Winfield Padres jersey as well to my right. No balls, 2 strikes on Bannister. The pitch is whacked foul back behind the screen. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Modesto caps look clean. Blue base, bright red bills. The Fox riding in his Roadster. And the pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3. Bannister goes down swinging. 1 down in the third for Shinar Brown.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Parker Stroh.
Brown, a tall, physical right-hander. First pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball down the middle. 0-1. Emmett He's a tall guy himself, 6'5", 175 pounds. 0-1. And Brown fights it off foul off to the right. No balls and 2 strikes.
That foul ball was brought to you by Playing Again Sports.
Folsom Lake College standout. 0-2. Fastball is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brown. He's got a lot of plate to cover. Big time power that we've seen this week during scrimmages and at batting practice. 1-2. In the dirt, check swing, and he went around. Strike 3. Slider in the dirt. Brown could not hold up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Emmett after initially hitting Stroh and then giving up the base hit to Cobb. 2 outs for Long.
Third baseman, Tomei Cobb Jr.
It is 1-0 Modesto here in the top of the 3rd. The pitch is off the end of the bat, fouled on the first base line. No balls and a strike on Long. Long bounced down to the catcher his first time up. Stroh is at second, Cobb at first for Oakland. Trying to get their first runs of the night. The pitch is cut on and missed. Fastball low in the zone. It's 0-2. On deck is Trimble. 0-2 on Long. Here it is. Fastball very high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long has had a good camp thus far. Solid bat to ball skills. He showed off some range out in center in scrimmages this week. 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Emmett pulls the string, gets in the chase a slider. And the Roadsters strand 2 in that top of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. 1-0 Modesto is our score here on Ballers Radio.
So, ladies and gentlemen, leading off for the Roadsters, shortstop, Osiris Johnson.
Osiris Johnson leads off for Modesto in the bottom half of the 3rd. 1-0 Roadsters. My name is Gareth Kwok, riding solo tonight here from Modesto. You're going to hear it from Tyler Peterson, though, next week, beginning on opening night. Assistant General Manager and broadcaster as Johnson takes a breaking ball inside from Charlie Hurley. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch is rolled foul up the third base line. Might have gotten the piece of Johnson's foot. He's hobbling out of the batter's box a little bit. One ball and one strike. Johnson still working on that left foot. He does wear a ankle guard on it. He's an Oakland native. Went to Encinal High School in Alameda. As that is low. 2 balls and a strike. Drafted by the Marlins. He was a second-round pick in 2018. Reached as high as high A Beloit. 2-1. Fastball is outside. 3 balls and a strike. Max Handren and then Jacob Lewinsky to follow for Modesto. Early's 3-1 is hit high and deep to center. Long is back. Warning track wall. It is gone. Osiris Johnson takes Charlie Hurley deep. The deep part of Modern Woodmen Park, straightaway center. Maybe did a little of straightaway, maybe to the left of straightaway center, but either way, well past 400 feet, and a solo shot makes it now 2-0 Roadsters in the third. Got into a hitter's count, and he just barreled up that fastball. Roadsters double their lead on the home run by Johnson. Here is Handren. First pitch is a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. 0-1. Breaking ball outside corner. Dotted for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Handren. Former Cal Bear, who had a very good year last year. 821 OPS, 9 home runs, 34 batted in. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He pitched him backwards there. 3 straight breaking balls. 2 looking and then 1 swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Hurley. And Jacob Lewinsky will get a turn now here against Hurley. Shadows starting to creep in more towards right field here at this ballpark. Most of first base in the shadows. First pitch is a breaking ball inside, ball 1. About half of right field is in the shadows too, where Shinar Brown is standing. 1-0. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Then most of left. Not most of, all of left and center. Third base and second base in the sun. The pitch is inside. 3-0. There is a strong breeze blowing out towards left and center. The pitch, 3-0. It's a fastball on the outside for a strike. 3-1. Reportedly, wind gusts of up to 23 miles an hour. Hurley takes a deep breath, now comes home. And the 3-1 finds the inside corner with the fastball. It's 3-2. Sun will not set until past 8 p.m., so we'll have plenty of daylight for at least another hour. 3-2. Line drive, left center field. This is headed for the gap. Another extra base hit for Modesto as Long digs it out. Handren pulls in the second. And he's got a, Loessi's got a double. Excuse me. That's the 4th extra base hit for the Roadsters. Johnson with the leadoff homer to begin the third, and then a one-out double for Lewinsky, and it brings up Vance Tobel. No activity just yet in the Oakland bullpen down the left field line. First pitch, fastball is in, ball one. Tobal drove in the first run of the game with an RBI single in the left field. 1-0. Line drive, right center field. That's down for extra bases, and that's rolling all the way to the wall. Lewinsky scores, and he will trade places with Tobal at second. RBI double for Tobal now makes it 3-0 Modesto.
Center fielder Justin Boyd.
Oh, Modesto is connecting. It is solid contact, and it's finding the gaps. Fifth extra base hit for the Roadsters out of the 7 they've tallied. And Jaden Calora will talk to Hurley and give him a breather out there on the mound. Well, it's not always easy as an expansion team trying to assemble a roster. Ballers, of course, going through their own challenges initially to recruit players, but with Modesto and Long Beach and Red Pocket's going to be an interesting situation too, because their entire season is on the road. I want to talk about playing out of a suitcase. They're going to be doing that for all 96 games as Boyd takes a ball outside, 1-0. It'll certainly be interesting to see how these 3 expansion sides operate as Boyd swings and misses at a fastball, 1-1. Of course, everyone trying to catch the Ballers. Oakland hoping to go back-to-back, which has not been done in the Pioneer League this century. Here's a good slider on the outside for a called strike 2. It's 1-2. You have to go back to the 1985-1986 Helena Brewers. They were the last team to win consecutive Pioneer League championships. 1-2. In the dirt, blocked by Calora. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And having talked to some of the guys already, they don't necessarily feel that pressure of trying to repeat. After a historic 2025, 2-2 in the dirt. Another good block from Calora. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Isai Santos talked about it with us on Bees Cast earlier this week that, hey, we accomplished something that really no team has ever done. 73 wins. Brought a championship to Oakland last year. 3-2. Fastball, got him looking on the outside for strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Hurley. 2 down now for Hayden Dunhurst. Modesto ahead 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Seven returners from last year. First pitch to Dunhurst is a swing and a miss on the changeup. 0-1. Most of the returners coming from the position player side. It's always challenging trying to assemble these rosters year by year, season by season. 0-1. Up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And of course, the Ballers have the best interests of these guys. Trying to get them to affiliated baseball, get them signed by a big league club. If not there, get them 1 step closer, maybe in the Atlantic League. So you factor in those things as Dunhurst ball inside. It's just creating a whole nother puzzle from scratch. Dunhurst ahead in the count 2-1. Hurley looks at second. The pitch is rolled on the ground past the outstretched backhand of Ibarra, the first baseman in the right field. Here comes Tobal. Throw goes in the second. And Modesto tacks on its third run of the inning as Dunhurst rolls a ground ball in the right. And it's now 4-0 Roadsters in the third. That one not hit all that hard, but Ibarra was playing closer to the bag and could not quite stretch out far enough to grab that ground ball. 4 runs on 4 hits in this frame. First pitch to Owen is in the dirt, skips away from Calora, rolls to his left towards the Oakland dugout, and that allows Dunhurst to reach second base on the wild pitch. Owen doubled in his first at-bat against Hurley. 1-0. Chopper foul down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lights are on here in Modesto, even though there's plenty of daylight still. 1-1. Line drive, right center field. My goodness, this is headed for the gap again. Dunhurst rounds third. He scores easily, and Owen has his second double of the day. Make it a 4-run frame for the Roadsters. Owen's got a double and an RBI. 5-0 Modesto in the third. And here comes pitching coach Jim Diedrich now. Right-hander is now getting warm in the Oakland bullpen. Again, the contact from this Roadsters lineup has been loud, and it's found gaps. That's been the early impression so far from this new expansion franchise. They've gathered some talent from the affiliated ball ranks. And they have a 5-0 lead on Oakland here in the third. 2 outs, man on second for Jonah Sebring, the right fielder. He shows bunt and takes a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes on Sebring. Mustached righty, working from the first base side of the rubber, and a ball rolls onto the field from the left field Ballers bullpen just as Hurley was about to throw home. Boy, that's unfortunate. It rolled in front of the mound all the way from left field. 1-0. And a breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. The Oakland bullpen is on the field of play down the left field line. Modesto's is enclosed out in right, it appears to be. 2-0 pitch. Rolled to third. A huge hop for Trimble. He's got it, throws to first. Low throw, but in time. And Sebring is retired. Modesto, though, scores 4 runs on 5 hits. They score 4 runs on 5 hits. And they now lead 5-0 as we go to the fourth. This is Ballers Radio. Ballers up to bat, hoping to spark the offense here in the top of the fourth. They trail 5-0 on Modesto in this Friday night exhibition. Gareth Kwok on hand for Ballers Radio. Justin Trimble will lead off for Oakland. We're waiting for one member of the grounds crew to finish raking the infield dirt behind third base. Now we are all set to begin the fourth against Gabe Emmett. Former Dodgers farmhand shakes, now comes over the head and deals the first to Trimble, and it's a ball low and in. 1-0 on Justin. Drew a walk in his first plate appearance. He's followed by Shepard and then Ibarra. 5, 6, and 7 bats. 1-0. Breaking ball inside. 2-0. Ballers have gotten men on. Only 2 hits, but 5 left on the base paths. 2-0. Trimble hits a pop-up foul off towards third. 2-1 on the former UC Santa Barbara Gaucho.
Justin Trimble. Shortstop.
2-1 pitch is a fastball on the outside. Just clips the zone for strike 2. It's 2-2. Last year was Trimble's first as a professional in the Astros organization. The 2-2 is hit hard on the ground. Backhanded sliding stop by Johnson from shallow left. A throw on a bounce, not in time. That would have been a splendid play at short by the Oakland native Osiris Johnson, but Justin Trimble beats it out for an infield hit to lead off the fourth. Here's Shepard now, the DH. Ballers once again attracting local talent for this 2026 season. The pitch is a fastball outside for a called strike. 0-1 on Shepard. Pleasanton native, Amador Valley High School alum. The pitch is fouled straight back, headed our direction. Whoa! It actually penetrated and ripped the awning right in front of us here in the broadcast booth. And if it weren't for that awning, there might have been some glass shattered. The pitch, up and in with the fastball. I mean, that was a perfect foul ball hit in our direction. It looks like a new awning because it's colored in Modesto colors. As Shepard pops up the 2-1. Foul territory, the catcher Dunhurst makes the catch to the right of the lefty batter's box. And there's one away.
Now batting, first.
Roadsters undergoing quite the renovation. The entire outfield wall is colored in blue and red. Here's Ibarra. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Must say the outfield wall looks nice. It's vibrant, adds a little touch, some character. 1-0. Ibarra lines it sharply into left center field. This will be extra bases. Trimble rounds second. He heads for third. Ibarra will pull into second. Now the ball is bobbled by the center fielder, Boyd. Trimble rounding third. He will come in and score standing up. And Oakland is on the board for the first time tonight. Jeter Ibarra with a double to left center field. A misplay in left center by Boyd. And it's now 5-1 Modesto in the fourth. At the very least, the Ballers were going to have 2 men in scoring position. But once Aaron Miles saw the misplay in left center, just a slight bobble from Boyd, he sent Trimble home, and Oakland has their first run tonight. 5-1 Modesto. Here is Leahy. And Leahy taps one in front of the mound. Picked up by the pitcher. Emmett throws to first just in time to get the out as Ibarra advances to third. But we have another ball on the field from the Modesto bullpen, now in right field. But that one slowed down before potentially reaching the infield. So Ibarra's at third. 2 outs for Calora after the 1-3 put out. Emmett working from the stretch. First pitch is grounded sharply down the first base line. Sliding backhanded stop by Owen, and he flips it onto the pitcher, Emmett, covering to retire the side. Ballers get a run on 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave a man at third base. 5-1 Roadsters. Bottom of the 4th coming up. This is Ballers Radio. Home half of the 4th here from Modesto. It is 5-1 Roadsters. Base hit from Jeter Ibarra, bringing home Justin Trimble as well on an error, as Oakland will send a new arm on. Replacing the starter Charlie Hurley is the mark, 27-year-old from Palo Alto, California. He's a rookie out of the University of Chicago. Charlie Hurley's final line: 3 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned with no walks and 5 strikeouts. Do have a defensive substitution at second base. Jake Allgaier has taken over for Nick Leahy. And in the catch now is Jacob Connery. And yeah, do not be surprised if we see more substitutions. Just because the guys get substituted as well, we still a chance we may see them at the plate for maybe one more at bat. But this is a very fluid scrimmage and exhibition. And David Clark will face off against Mikey Perez. Perez struck out swinging in his first at-bat against Hurley. First pitch from Clark is a fastball on the outside for a called strike. At least I think he called the strike. I don't know why the scoreboard operator said 1 ball. Right on right, the pitch. Check swing. Did he go on the breaking ball? Wow, no, says the first base umpire. Clark, 6'2", 200 pounds. He signed via the Ballers Open tryout in March at Raimondi Park. The pitch, swing and a miss on the slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Perez. Palo Alto native, a Gunn High School alum. This is his first professional season. The pitch off the end of the bat, rolled foul towards Pena waiting on deck. It's 1-2. Now, he took a few years away from the game after playing in college. He holds the school's all-time record in saves at the University of Chicago. But he kept training, was curious about his potential as a professional baseball player, and saw the open tryout for the Ballers in March, participated, and he won an invite to spring training. Here it is. Fastball low and outside. It's ball 2. 2-2 on Perez. High praise from Aaron Miles during that tryout. He loved his slider. Good ride with the fastball. 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Clark has said before that it's been his goal to play professional baseball. And to have it be done locally, too, is certainly a great story. Full count pitch on Perez. Here it is. Breaking ball popped up. First base side, foul. Headed for the seats, about 4 rows behind the Modesto dugout.
So the play against sports, foul ball.
Modesto 5, Oakland 1. Bottom of the 4th. Base is empty, no outs. This is the 9, 10, and 1 hitters. We are having 10-man lineups tonight. 3-2 pitch, fastball up and in, ball 4. Perez draws the walk. Here comes Isaac Pena now for Modesto.
Now batting, designated hitter, Isaac Pena.
Pena struck out swinging in his first AB. Clark is at the set. First pitch. Fastball outside corner for a strike. 0-1. We alluded to it earlier. Modesto, when deciding on a name, as Pena chops one over the head of Ibarra and it rolls in the right for a base hit. On to third goes Perez. And Modesto has men on the corners with nobody out for Osiris Johnson. They originally settled on the Modesto Glow Riders, featuring a low rider inspired brand that was meant to celebrate the Hispanic and Latin local culture, but a lot of the fans did not like the Glow Riders name. And so they pivoted to the Roadsters, and while the Glow Riders is not the primary identity, they have not abandoned it by any means. It will still be a select alternate identity as Johnson swings and misses at a high breaking ball. 0-1. Johnson takes a strike. Fastball on the outside. It's 0-2. The Roadsters name draws inspiration from Modesto's rich automotive culture and nostalgic cruising heritage. A San Joaquin Kit Fox named cruiser, driving a 60s era Roadster. And again, the Glow Riders will be used on select nights to highlight local Latino-owned businesses, as the Roadsters have said. Runner at first goes. Pitch is outside, and Connery, the catcher, holds on to the baseball. Steal for Pena. second and third for Modesto with nobody out. See what Aaron Miles decides to do with the infield. He's going to have them play back. Clark is standing on the first base side of the slab. Comes set, now throws. Johnson hits a blooper in the shallow right, and it falls for a base hit. Perez scores, Pena scores. 2-run knock for Osiris Johnson. And Modesto extends the lead now to 6. It is now 7-1 Roadsters in the 4th inning. Not a bad pitch from Clark. It was a slider outside, but Johnson just caught it off the end of the bat, and it plopped in the shallow right in no man's land. Johnson has driven in 3 runs today, including his homer in the 3rd. Clark spins and throws to first, and Johnson dives in safely. $11 hits already for Modesto. Runner goes, pitch is inside. Connery's throw down the second on target. The tag not in time. Already a couple of tests for Connery behind the plate. First one he did not throw because there was a runner at third, but that time Johnson stealing on the first pitch. He had 16 stolen bases in 56 games with High Beloit last year, and he's in scoring position for Handren. First pitch was a ball, 1-0. Breaking pitch, outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0. The pitch is a blooper in the shallow center, and that drops in for a hit. Johnson rounding third. He's coming in to the plate. Here's a throw, the tag in. The ball gets past Connery. Bounces off the backstop. Johnson safe on the slide. And in the second on the throw goes Handren. Modesto continues to pile it on here in this 4th. 3 runs on 3 hits. Johnson never broke stride, rounding third base. So a second blue pit makes it now 8-1 Roadsters. Jacob Connery's going to jog out to talk with Clark and settle him down. Walked Perez to begin the frame and then gave up a base hit to Pena, albeit it was one of those Baltimore choppers that sailed 15 feet up into the sky off the ground. And a couple blue pits. So here's Jacob Lewiski. He's got a pair of doubles, pair of runs scored. Clark looks at second, first offering. Check swing on a slider. Yes, he did. It is 0-1. Clark, who was working as a self-employed legal tech and AI consultant in the city for the past 2 years. The pitch, flown down the right field line. Shanar Brown, long run towards the Modesto bullpen, and it lands foul. No balls and 2 strikes. These are always some of the best stories, seeing guys that, hey, they take time away from the game, focused on their individual careers, but then they get the itch to get back into the sport, get back to the game that they love. 0-2. Slider outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. See how they measure up. One and 2. Look at second, the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Still 1-2. The Ballers spring training roster sits right now at 34 players. And by Tuesday, it needs to be whittled down to 25 if you include a draft selection from the PBL tryout draft. 1-2. Line drive, center field, a base hit. Rounding third is Handren. They're going to wave him home. Here's a throw from long. It's a good one. Not in time. Handren slides underneath the tag just as his throw was coming in from long. It was on target on one bounce. And it's now 9-1 Roadsters. And this is a scrimmage. The rules are going to be bent a little bit here. This is going to signal the end of the inning with Clark's pitch count continuing to rise. And so Modesto will end the frame with 4 runs in on 4 hits. And they now lead 9-1 as we go to the 5th here on Ballers Radio. Top 5 here from Modesto at Modern Woodmen Park. Ballers up to bat. They trail 9-1 in this exhibition game. On the pitch now for Modesto is Nick Cardinal. Right-hander throws to Parker Stroh, a lefty, and it's inside for ball 1. So back-to-back 4-run innings for the Roadsters. The pitch, Stroh taps it foul back behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cardinal, 29 years of age, 6'2", 220 pounds. Former Fresno State Bulldog who pitched last year for Ogden for the Raptors, primarily as a reliever. 1-1. Stroh is out in front. He pops it up in the shallow center field. It's the second baseman, Pena, who makes the catch. And there's 1 gone for Tremaine Cobb Jr. Gabe Emmett throws 2 innings of 1-run ball in relief. 2 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Right on right. First pitch to Cobb is a changeup on the inside for a strike. It's 0-1. What will opening day bring for Tremaine Cobb? Of course, just an incredible performance last year as he swings and fouls it at the plate on the 0-1s, now 0-2. A 5-for-5 night and a knockout round win over at Raimondi Park. And boy, it sent the home crowd and the fans into a frenzy that night. 0-2 pitch, low and outside with a fastball, 1-2. Re-signed with the team in January. Spent his time during the offseason in Alabama. 1-2 pitch is nubbed off the end of the bat up the first base line and rolls foul. Tremaine was second on the team in doubles and runs, one of 4 players to collect at least 100 hits. Shortstop is one of those spots you love to have a returner anchor the infield and serve as a team leader, and that's what Oakland has in Tremaine Cobb for this season. Behind in the count here, 1-2, the pitch. And a swing and a miss on the changeup low for strike 3. 2 down, nobody on for Zion Bannister.
Now batting, left fielder Zion Bannister.
We met at the ballpark today at about noon, 12:30. Some guys were already rolling in, and the bus left at around 1:15 from Raimondi Park. First pitch, Bannister grounds it foul up the first base line. It's 0-1. Bit of a longer bus ride than usual. We got stuck in traffic. Took about 2.5 hours, and so the guys did not really have much time to get warm today. Kind of get into the locker room, get yourself situated quickly, and then get straight into the cage. .580 to 132. There's certainly a bit of a backup for us, but enough time to hit on BP today as Bannister takes a strike at the knees. It's a bit of a delayed strike call from the home plate umpire. It's 0-2. 9-1 Roadsters, top of the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes on Bannister. Cardinal throws, and Bannister flies it foul off to the left. Remains 0-2. Definitely quite the change of scenery once you get on to 132 en route to Modesto. 0-2 pitch. Bannister strikes out swinging on the changeup. And that will end the inning. 2 strikeouts, 1-2-3 frame for Nick Cardinal. And we go to the bottom of the 5th with Modesto ahead 9-1 on Oakland. This is Oakland Ballers Radio. Fans, Oakland Ballers Championship Ring Night. It is scheduled for Wednesday, May 20th. A 6:35 first pitch against the Missoula Paddleheads as your defending Pioneer League champion Oakland Ballers receive their championship rings to celebrate Oakland's first pro baseball title since 1989. Tickets available online. Go to oaklandballers.com to claim your tickets to Ring Night. First pitch, a ball low to Vance Tobal from David Clark. The 1-0 pitch is fought foul off to the right. 1 ball and 1 strike on Tobal. 9-1 Modesto here in the bottom of the 5th. Couple of defensive substitutions for Oakland as Aaron Miles gets more of his guys in off the bench to play the second half of this exhibition. 1-1. Fastball nicks the outside for a strike. 1-2. Johan Benitez is now at short for Tremaine Cobb. Jason Leon is at third for Justin Trimble. 1-2 from Clark. Fastball got him swinging. Strike 3. Just challenged him right down the pipe, and he did not make contact. First strikeout for David.
Center fielder, Justin Boyd.
And here comes Justin Boyd for Modesto. A reminder that 51 home games this year at Raimondi Park, 51 themes, and they're going to be 51 giveaways. First 750 fans through the gates will receive something. As Boyd takes a ball low and outside, it's 1-0. $2 Tuesdays. You can snag $2 tickets. Happy hour on Thirsty Thursday. Pitch is low and outside. 2-0. Green Friday, Block Party Saturday, a full community festival vibe on hand for Saturday, and of course, Family Fun Sunday. 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0. Kids can run the bases. Players will line up for autographs, and there certainly will be more details to come, but lots of excitement coming soon, beginning on Tuesday with the home opener, the season opener for your Oakland Ballers. 3-0 pitch is a high strike, a fastball at the belt. 3-1 on Justin Boyd. Boyd is 1 for 2 with the single. The pitch is lined sharply into left field for a base hit. That is Modesto's 13th hit. And now Boyd takes off for second. Benitez bobbling the baseball in shallow left center. And Boyd takes an extra 90 feet. Well, that can't happen. Bannister threw it to the cutoff man, the shortstop Benitez. And I don't know if he was just having trouble getting the ball out of his glove or he dropped it. Because he didn't get the ball back into the infield until Boyd was 3/4 of the way down to second base. So I would guess a single and then an E6 to put Boyd at second with 1 out. Here's Hayden Dunhurst, the catcher. First pitch is a breaking ball on the outside, called a strike. 0-1. Crowd starting to get into it here at Modern Woodmen Park. You can hear the cowbells in the distance. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 changeup. It's 0-2 now. Oh, 2 on Dunhurst. Clark throws. Fastball rings him up. Strike 3 on the outside. Nicely placed by David Clark. He's got his second K.
First baseman, Harry Owen.
2 down for Harry Owen. Shadow's starting to take over now. Most of It's first pitch. Strike. Nothing at 1. Just a hint of left field is still in the sun where Zion Bannister is standing, but everywhere else in the shade and in the shadows. 0-1. Flown out to right. Foul territory. Ibarra crosses the line, and he can't make the catch. Drops on the warning track, and then it goes into the stands. So Owen will get one more crack at it. It's 0-2. I think if you were to ask Jeter, he probably would say he should have caught that. Trying to make a hip-high catch. No balls and 2 strikes. Clark looks at second, now throws. And it's a slider outside, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Clark comes home. And Owen hits a fly ball to right. Brown barely has to move. 2 steps in, makes the catch off his left shoulder, and the inning is over. 1 out single, stranded at second by David Clark, and we go to the 6th. Modesto leads 9-1 on Oakland. This is Ballers Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Modern Woodmen Field. I'm Tyler Peterson. So good to be back with you on these Ballers airwaves. Hope you've been enjoying Gareth Kwok. You'll get more of him. But as I'm sitting alongside in this press box, I need a little piece of the action myself. So I'll have this top of the 6th inning, 9-1. The Ballers trail Shinar Brown to face a new right-hander in Anthony Diaz. The righty from the windup kicks and fires, and Shinar takes a fastball high. At 6'8", Shinar and Charlie Hurley, should they both make this squad, they will be the tallest players to ever play for the Ballers at 6'8". Here's the 1-0 on its way, high again. Again, something tough to do at that height. Throw a couple of fastballs back-to-back high. Ballers 4 hits in the contest. This is, for all intents and purposes, just a spring training scrimmage. A ground ball toward the shortstop of Cyrus Johnson. His throw is going to pull off the first baseman, and Brown is aboard. So leadoff man on for Oakland here in the top of inning 6. Modesto, of course, one of a couple new spots the Ballers will come out to, and you'll get to hear Gareth Kwok on all road games this year. I might jump in a game or two. The press box here, I must say, is quite nice, if not a little bit snug in the booth I'm currently in. Gareth and I might be able to sit next to each other for a game or two. Here is Jacoby Long, the center fielder. First pitch, gets underneath it, down the line to right, or down to left, rather. That's out of play, foul. Now, Brown at first has great speed, which might surprise you otherwise, just looking at his height and his stature. But he almost stole 20 bases in the draft league in 2025. Diaz an 0-1 from the stretch. Here it comes to Long. He takes that one in the dirt. 1-1 the count. A 9-1 lead for the Roadsters in what you might call Oakland's only exhibition game. It's not technically true, but against the Pioneer League opponents, they'll face the inmates of San Quentin tomorrow, believe it or not, and then the Pecos League team, the Martinez Sturgeon, on Sunday. The pitch to Long, swung on, hit to right field. In is the right fielder, waves off everyone else, and he will make the catch. Brown heads back to first, and there's one away here in the 6th. Lights are now on here at Modern Woodmen Field, although in the legendary words of Ken Korak, they have not yet taken full effect. This is a pinch hitter, I believe. This looks like Jason Leone. Jason Leone, a infielder. There goes Brown, and his steal will be good. A little double clutch by the catcher, and a little marble mouth by myself. But it's spring training for everyone here. So Brown shows off the wheels. He takes second. And now the catcher, Dunhurst, is going to have a word with the right-hander Diaz on the mound. Jason Leone, the batter at the plate from Indio, California, was drafted by the Ballers at their Arizona Pioneer League tryout camp. He was one of 3 players taken in that draft, all position players. Justin Trimble, who began this game at third. Nick Poss, who we have not seen today, who's a catcher. And Leone, who's another infielder. A look at second. Diaz now kicks and fires. That breaking ball is inside on Leone. It's 2-0. 9-1 Roadsters here in the top of the 6th. Live for the first time from Modesto. Leone swung on, hit over the pitcher. The second baseman charges. The throw to first is in time as Brown heads to third. 2 outs in the inning. The Ballers 90 feet away from a second run. And here is Jaden Shepard. This, of course, not the first time the Ballers have had an exhibition game in this offseason. The game down in San Jose against the San Jose Giants featured a number of these players from the 2026 squad. Of course, a number of players added since then, as Shepard takes a first pitch low. We did get to see Shepard in that exhibition and had a couple of good swings on that night. A game which did not go the Ballers' way either. Here's the 1-0. Shepard takes a fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1, 1-1. He bats here for Jeter Ibarra, and Aaron Miles is going to do his best to get every member of this lineup, or all 19 position players, at least an at-bat today. Shepard a drive toward left center field. That will get down in front of the left fielder. It hops off of his glove, but it's picked up and thrown in time. But that's an RBI single for the Pleasanton native and make that a 9-2 deficit now here in the 6th. Ibarra at first with 2 outs. And now here's Jeter Ibarra. So Shepard did pinch hit, but it was not for Ibarra. And as we are batting 10 batters deep today, I must admit, not the easiest game to keep track of. The first pitch to Ibarra takes a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. Had a nice swing in his last at bat, sent a ball to deep left center field. It was a double for Ibarra. The 0-1. That swung on, that's ripped to right field. That's down for a base hit. Back-to-back hits for Oakland with 2 outs. And now we'll see Jake Allgaier. First step for Allgaier today. For one of the second in their 2025 championship campaign. Allgaier, a memorable stop at third in that Game 5 against Idaho Falls, and a huge early home run that put the Ballers up early. 2 on, 2 out. Diaz's first pitch to Allgaier is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. A 9-2 Roadsters lead over Oakland. It's Shepard at second, Ibarra at first with the infield playing back. Diaz a look at Shepard at second. Now he turns and fires, and Allgaier swings and misses through the off-speed pitch. It's 0-2. We'll be with you Tuesday for our first broadcast, which you can watch on YouTube for free, in addition to those with an HTN subscription. Allgaier pops this up on the infield. This is out toward short, now out toward shallow left field. It's the left fielder who makes the catch. He actually overran the backpedaling shortstop, and the inning is over. A couple of hits for Oakland. They score a run, and I will now trade it back off to Gareth for the bottom of the 6th. Great to be with you all, and I will see you in a few days. 9-2 Roadsters lead here on Ballers Radio.
Welcome back to Modern Woodmen Field. Thanks to Tyler Peterson for hopping on for the top of the sixth, and hey, he got us a run. It's 9-2 Modesto as we go to the bottom of the sixth. New pitcher now for the Ballers. It is now the right-hander Braden Nelson who takes over for Oakland. Former Baller back in 2024, and he is back with the team and as a primary reliever. Jonas Sebring leads off for Modesto in the righty batter's box. Nelson, the tall, lanky righty, throws. And the first pitch fastball is outside for ball one. Nelson, who stands at 6'5", 235 pounds, a strong year in the Atlantic League last season with the Long Island Ducks. 1-0. Fastball is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 1-1. Formerly with Long Island after recording a 3.6 ERA in 50 innings, 36 strikeouts, 19 walks. 1-1 is low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. David Clark threw 2 innings of relief. Second pitcher in relief today for Oakland as Nelson pours in a strike with a fastball down the middle. 2-2. He's at the belt high set. Right-hander comes home. Fastball low and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson made his pro debut in 2024 with the Ballers during Oakland's inaugural year. Did well. 3.64 ERA with Oakland that season. 3-2. Broke up. And that will land into the bleachers behind Oakland third base dugout. And Sebring's going to have to grab a new bat. Just got jammed in on the hands there. He'll exchange his gray-colored bat for a black-colored bat. He has bounced out twice today. Sebring, Perez, and then Pena, although we might have some more substitutions for Modesto, given tonight being an exhibition, and Roadsters still trying to evaluate their roster. 3-2 is low and outside, ball 4. And it looks like we will have a pinch hitter here. Looks like Michael McGaughan it will hit here for Mikey Perez. Perez is actually scheduled to pitch. 2-way player. So McGaughan will hit for Perez here in the 9 spot. Right on right. First pitch. Fastball is inside, ball 1. Nelson, a former first-team All-American with Tampa back in college. Former Tampa Male Student Athlete of the Year. Spin throw to first, and diving in safely is Sebring. This is his 3rd professional season. Native of Brecksville in Ohio. Runner goes. Pitch is low and outside. Throw down from Connery. Sails into center field. And off and running to third goes Sebring. The throw went to the right of second, had some tail on it, and not much that Johan Benitez at short could do to receive that throw. So man on third, nobody out here in the 6th for Modesto. 2-0 on Mugen. The pitch is a fastball on the outside for a strike. 2-1. formerly with Southeast Missouri State. The pitch is lined in the right field, and that drops in for a hit. Sebring scores. Modesto has 10 runs tonight. It is now 10-2 Roadsters in the 6th inning. They have swung the bats very well tonight. 15 hits now for Modesto. And here comes Isaac Pena. First pitch is low and in for ball 1. Pena was a former Twins farmhand at one point, last year with Fort Myers. Patient hitter despite a low batting average. 1-0, runner goes. Pitch is low. Connery's throw down to second on target, not in time. So a stolen base for Mugen. That was one of the best throws of the day from behind the plate. Here's a comebacker to the pitcher, Nelson. He looks at second, throws to first for the out. One away for Johnson.
Now batting, shortstop, Osiris Johnson.
Correction, Parker Stroh is behind the plate, now catching for Oakland. 4 catchers on the spring training roster. First pitch to Johnson is a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. It's going to be the roster crunch for this coaching staff to figure out. How many pitchers do they want to keep? How many catchers and position players overall? 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider. No balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2. Nelson looks at second, now throws. Johnson started the swing, but then held up. 1 ball. Johnson has done well at the plate today. 3 runs batted in, including a homer. The pitch inside, almost hits him, and it goes to the backstop. And that allows Mugen to advance to third on the wild pitch. Weather was warm at first pitch in the mid to high 80s, and now it's really starting to feel comfortable. 75 degrees. There is a breeze blowing out towards left field. Time is called. Johnson wants to clarify the count with the home plate umpire. It is 2-2. He's got an interesting setup with his feet. His left foot is about a half foot further in front than his back foot. Pitch is low and in the dirt. 3-2. It's almost like he's pointed with his feet towards right center. They aren't really directly back to the pitcher. It's off center a bit. 3-2. And he spoils it foul up the third base line on the ground. On deck is Max Handren, the designated hitter for Modesto. Nelson shakes, now nods, and he rests at the belt. 3-2. is flown out to right. Brown charges in, and oh, he did not read that well. It lands in front of him. Throw goes into home. Runner scores, and now Johnson takes second on the throw. I don't know if Brown had that fly ball lost in the lights because he did not see it well. He broke back, charged in, and then realized he had to play it on a bounce. And that allows Mugen to score, and it is an 11-2 Modesto lead here in the sixth. And then as soon as he let that throw go to the home plate, Johnson wisely took second. So 4 runs batted in for Osiris Johnson. And here is Handren. And meanwhile, we have to stop play. There's a ball from the bullpen that has come into the field of play behind the plates. Ballers bullpen is active out in left field. Can't quite see who is warming up, though, as the canopy is obstructing the reliever. Here's Handren. First pitch is a fastball low, ball 1. Nine-run lead for the Roadsters in this Friday night exhibition. 1-0. Fly ball, well struck left field. Bannister on the run, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch just about 10 feet away from the warning track, and Johnson has to hold. Nice grab by Bannister in deep left field on a ball that looked like it was going to carry over his head, but then he reached out over his left shoulder, and the ball found leather. 2 outs, man on second for Lewinsky. First pitch coming to Lewinsky. And it's a fastball at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Johnson with his lead at second. The pitch. Fly ball right field. Brown breaks back, stops, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Modesto scores 2 on 2 hits and 1 error. Through 6 tonight, it is 11-2 Roadsters. We go to the 7th. This is Ballers Radio. Defensive substitutions for Modesto as we begin the 7th. Michael Mugen remains in the game. He's in right field as Jacob Connery swings at the first pitch and fouls it off down the right field line. 0-1. Jonah Sebring moves from right to second. B.Y. Choi is a new first baseman now, replacing the starting first baseman Harry Owen. 0-1. Connery takes a strike down the middle. 0-2. Isaac Pena shifts from second to shortstop. It's like playing Guess Who all over again. And the new pitcher now for Modesto is A.J. Moreno. Modesto leading 11-2 here in the 7th. The pitch, Connery takes a fastball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it looks like Harry Owen has now assumed catching duties behind the plates. Here's the 1-2 from Moreno. Connery takes a ball outside. 2-2. Connery getting his first at-bat for Jaden Calora. 2-2 on its way. Connery hits a ground ball up the middle. Pena has it behind second base. Throw to first, and Choi scoops it out on the short hop for the first out. Nicely scooped by Choi, who just entered the ball game. Max Handren also is now at third base for Modesto. Here's Parker Stroh, the other catcher. And Parker takes a ball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Scorebook is getting a little messy on this Friday. Good changeup from Moreno as Stroh out in front. 1-1. He's been hit by a pitch and he is popped out to second. 1-1. Stroh grounds it foul down the first base line. 1-2. Moreno, 24 years of age, from Laverne, California. Cal Poly Pomona and Cal State LA alum, which is Division II college baseball. 1-2 is fouled back into the screen. Was primarily a starter for Cal State LA, 61 2/3 innings, 5.55 ERA for Moreno. This is his first season as a professional. 1-2. Fastball very high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stroh awaits a 2-2. And it's high and outside. 3-2. Stroh himself played in college for 3 years with 3 different schools. Minnesota Crookston, Southern Indiana, McNeese State. That's where he ended his college career. 3-2. Pumped up on the infield. Behind the mound, it is Pena who makes the catch with 2 hands. 2 outs, and Johan Benitez will get his first at-bat of the evening. Benitez is a former Diamondbacks farmhand. First pitch to the switch hitter. Batting from the left side is grounded foul just past Aaron Miles, his manager, who's standing in the third base coach's box. 0-1. He's still young, just 22 years of age. Began his pro career with the D-backs in 2019. A 1 is up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. When he signed on his 16th birthday. And he'd be familiar with this ballpark, given that it was a former California League ballpark in Modesto. Fastball runs inside, 2-1. Formerly with the single-A Visalia Rawhide. So familiar with the Central Valley and what it has to offer. For the Santo Domingo native. 2-1. Fastball outside, 3-1. He is hitting for Cobb. Tremaine went 1 for 3 with a single in the third. His night is done. 2 outs, no runners on. 11-2, Modesto our score. 3-1. Benitez takes a strike. Fastball at the knees. And it's 3-2. Bannister is on deck for Oakland. Slight shift on the infield for Benitez. 3-2. Line foul off to the left. He's a utility guy. He can play multiple positions. He's got tools. Hoping the Pioneer League can give him a second chance and maybe another opportunity at affiliated ball. 3-2. Check swing on the fastball, and it is strike 3 looking. So either way, don't know if Benitez went, but it's a called strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for A.J. Moreno. 7th inning stretch here in Modesto. It is 11-2 Roadsters. This is Oakland Ballers Radio. Seventh inning stretch here in Modesto. Friday night exit baseball in the Pioneer League. It's been all Roadsters tonight, though. 11-2, they lead on the Ballers. And Liam Rocha is the new pitcher now for Oakland. And the right-hander delivered the ball high to Tobal. It's 1-0. Tobal, Boyd, and Dunhurst, the 4, 5, and 6 batters queued up. And here's a strike on a slider at the knees. It's 1-1. The Roadsters taking a page out of the Red Sox playbook, playing Sweet Caroline after the 7th inning. Take me out to the ball game. Here's a strike on the inside, 1-2. We'll see if it's just because it was the exhibition or whether they're making that their own. Starting from scratch. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Shannar Brown on the move, and he makes the backhanded catch for the first outs. One out for Justin Boyd.
Now batting, center fielder, Justin Boyd.
Liam Rocha, 23 years of age from San Dimas in Southern California. First pitch from the righty is a big breaking ball at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Former Twins farmhand. He's in the Pioneer League for the first time with the Ballers after he was acquired via a trade. 0-1. Little number in front of the first base bag, and it's foul. No balls, 2 strikes. He was a late add to the spring training roster. Acquired in the trade from the Washington Wild Things in the Frontier League. Reached as high as single-A Fort Myers with the Twins system, but he's got some intriguing stuff. Pitched in the Arizona Fall League a couple of years ago, and that's where a lot of the prospects play. Future big leaguers play if you're pitching in that Fall League after the regular season in the minors. Fastball is outside, 1-2. But he didn't log very many innings last year, just 11 1/3 before the Twins released him. So his arm should be fresh for this year. 1-2 breaking ball. Got him looking on the outside for strike 3. It's a long arm action from the right-hander, and he has his first strikeout of the day.
Now batting, catcher.
2 outs for Dunhurst. Pitched 3 years at Cal Baptist, one of the best pitchers in the Western Athletic Conference with the Lancers. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch, fastball is foul tipped into the glove of Connery for strike 1. Just celebrated his 23rd birthday, as a matter of fact, last Friday. 0-1. Fastball in tight. 1 ball and 1 strike. (11-2) Modesto our score. And the pitch is cut on and missed with a changeup. 1-2. Modesto scored 9 runs in the first 4 innings. 1-2. Spiked in the dirt with a breaking ball. It goes to the backstop. 2-2 on Dunhurst, a former Royals farmhand. 6th round pick out of Ole Miss. Rocha hunched over, now comes set at the belt. Right-handers 2-2. Lifted out to left field. Bannister paused momentarily, now roves to his right, and he makes the catch towards the foul line to end the inning. Clean inning for the Ballers and for Liam Rocha. And we go to the 8th. Modesto is ahead 11-2 on Oakland. This is Oakland Ballers Radio.
Leading off for the Ballers, left fielder Zion Bannister. Now pitching for the Modesto Roadsters, Mikey Perez.
Top 8 here from Modesto. Gareth Kwok on hand for Ballers Radio. And Modesto will turn to a new arm. It is the right-hander Mikey Perez, who was the Roadsters' starting second baseman today. So he is assuming the 8th inning now for Modesto, with the Roadsters ahead 11-2 on Oakland. It'll be Bannister, Brown, and Long, the 2, 3, and 4 bats for Oakland in this 8th inning. Just as a reminder, this game is going to last 10 innings long. Both teams submitting 10-man lineups, and haven't had to do it a ton today, but we did have one inning that rolled over where we weren't able to get 3 outs, and due to pitch count, we just rolled it over to the next inning in the interest of arms and of player safety. So Zion Bannister will lead off here against Perez. Right-handed arm versus the switch hitting Bannister, batting from the left. First pitch is inside. That almost hit him. It did hit him. Got him around the waist. I don't think it caught him flush, but it caught him nonetheless, and it's a leadoff base runner for Oakland in this 8th inning.
Now batting, right fielder Shinar Brown.
Perez did pitch a handful of games for Fort Myers back in 2023. That was the last time Perez was playing pro baseball. Just 2 appearances for the Mighty Muscles. First pitch to Shinar Brown is cut on and missed with a fastball. 0-1. Perez, usual infielder, played at UCLA for 3 seasons before then being picked up by Minnesota. 26 years of age from Anaheim, California. 0-1 fastball is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Drafted by the Twins in the 15th round. His mother, Kelly Inouye Perez, is the head coach of UCLA softball. 1-1 is a breaking ball inside. 2 balls and a strike. And UCLA softball is always a powerhouse. 13-time national champions. 2-1 pitch. Brown swats it foul off to the right, 2-2. I believe the NCAA softball regionals just kicked off today, this weekend, across the country. Eleven to 2 Modesto here in the 8th. 2-2 on Brown. And the pitch. Line foul down the right field line. Still 2-2. Bannister with his lead at first. He's got good speed. And the 2-2. Fastball high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stanford is in Stillwater at Oklahoma State, and they picked up a win today over Princeton. 8-2 over the Tigers in their opening game of the regional. 3-2 pitch from Perez. Brown pops it up, and it's going out of play down the right field line.
Their sales will end at the end of the 8th inning.
Cardinal will
Last
take
call
on
for beer.
Oklahoma State tomorrow morning. Number 15 ranked Oklahoma State. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Jacoby Long for Oakland. Spin throw to first, and back in with standing up is Bannister. Perez is set at the belt. Right-hander is ready. Runner goes. Pitch is a called strike. Throw down to second. The tag, and Bannister's out. It's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Base is empty now for Jacoby Long. Perfect throw right on the base from Dunhurst. First pitch to Long is whacked foul back into the screen for strike 1. Jacoby's 0 for 3. He's grounded out to the catcher, struck out swinging, and flown out to right. Perez is 0-1. Fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Perez and Long, both guys that played in the Florida State League to start out their pro careers. And that's a league where the weather can be very unpredictable and it can be sweltering in that Florida humidity. 1-1 pitch is lined in the shallow center, and that falls for a base hit. Long lunged at that breaking ball, but he drops it in the shallow center for a base hit. It's a 2-out single for the former Mets farmhand. And up to the plate comes Jason Leon. I mean, the humidity can be a factor in that league, and then the rain as well. I mean, it's almost raining on a weekly basis. Makes for a lot of doubleheaders. First pitch is a fastball outside to Leon, ball 1. Jacoby was very happy to be here in California, enjoying the more moderate temperatures. 1-0 pitch. Leon fouls it back into the screen for strike 1. Especially during the scrimmages, the temperature can cool down a little bit at Raimondi Park. And one ball, 1 strike on Leon. Perez throws, and Leon tardy on the fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roadsters ahead by 9, 11-2 on the Ballers. One ball and 2 strikes. Long with his lead, the pitch. And a check swing foul off to the right. Boy, that just jumped off of Leon's bat down the right field line. Nightfall has arrived here in Modesto. Lights shining down here at Modern Woodmen Park. It's 1-2 on Leon. Perez deals, and Leon stays alive as he fouls it off the hands. More teams coming to the Pioneer League, more California League teams. As 1-2 is a breaking ball called strike 3. We'll get to that point in the 8th inning, in the bottom of the 8th when we return. Roadsters ahead 11-2. Bottom of the 8th coming up. This is Ballers Radio. Home half of the 8th inning here in Modesto. Liam Rocha will stay in the ball game for Oakland after a very solid 7th inning of work, where he went 1-2-3. Harry Owen stands in for the Roadsters. First pitch hits him. Breaking ball that got him on the elbow guard. Owen now on base for a 3rd time tonight. Go along with his 2 extra base hits and run batted in. Here's Sebring now. Modesto 11, Oakland 2. Again, this is just an exhibition matchup. Aaron Miles trying to get good looks on his pitchers and guys at the plate ahead of Tuesday, when a 25-man roster must be decided. 25 if you include a draft pick from the PBL tryout. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 fastball. It's 0-2. 24 if you do not elect to use a draft pick. Ballers did draft 3 from that PBL draft down in Arizona between Justin Trimble, Nick Poss, and Jason Leone. 0-2 in the dirt, and a good scoop behind the plate by Stroh. Nope, that's Connery. Some musical chairs behind the plate. Trying to figure out who's behind the dish catching. I can tell Connery because he's a little bit of a bigger build. He's a tall catcher at 6'2", 230 pounds. TJ McKenzie, by the way, now in center. 1-2. Popped up, out of play behind home plate.
It's another Play It Again Sports foul ball.
And there is an arm getting loose for Oakland down the left field line. Rocha is ready. 1-2 in the dirt. Good block by Connery behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sebring has drawn a walk, and he has scored today. Rocha set, now throws. And Sebring strikes out swinging. Boy, that was not a pretty swing. He kind of stopped midway through, or at least slowed down. He decelerated on that swing, and there's one away. 2 strikeouts for Liam. And here comes Mugen. First pitch is in the dirt and outside for ball 1.
Now batting, second baseman Michael Mugen.
Come on, Michael!
Pitch in the dirt and blocked by Connery. 2 balls and no strikes. Michael Mugen started out his college career at Monterey Peninsula College, then transferred to Santa Clara for a year before concluding his college career at Southeast Missouri State in the Ohio Valley Conference, and then a brief stint in pro ball with Ottawa in the Frontier League. The Ottawa Titans. The pitch. This is low and outside. 3 balls, no strikes on Mugen. On deck is Pena for Modesto, who leads Oakland 11-2 here in the 8th. 3-0 pitch. Fastball clips the inside corner for a strike. 3-1 on Mugen. Rocha throws. Fastball in the dirt, ball 4. Two men on, 1 man out for Pena.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Isaac Pena.
Modesto scored 9 of its 11 runs in the first 4 innings. Ballers got their their first run in the 4th on a double from Jeter Ibarra. Ball was misplayed in left center by Boyd, and that allowed Justin Trimble to score all the way from first base. The Roadsters offense, their home fans. First pitch to Pena is a high fastball swung on and missed for strike 1. Again, Ballers will be, as Tyler talked about a little earlier, they will go to San Quentin tomorrow, take on the team from San Quentin. Ball is in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Should be a fun afternoon against the San Quentin team. And then Sunday, one more exhibition matchup against the Martinez Sturgeon from the Pecos League. Here's a ball low. 2 balls and a strike. Game at Raimondi Park. Investors and season ticket holders will be able to take in the fun. Before then, Tuesday, opening night against Missoula. That's the Paddleheads. 2-1. Fastball inside. 3 balls and a strike. And the 96-game season beginning on Tuesday with the Ballers trying to go back-to-back for the first time in league history this century and for the first time since the 85-86 Helena Brewers. 3-1 pitch. Pena rolls it softly on the ground, and it gets past the diving Allgaier in the right field for a base hit. They're going to hold the runners. No, 1 run is in the score, and then the throw goes into third, and everybody's safe. Brown threw the ball to third base, even though it looked like the third base coach from Modesto was going to hold Owen at third. He instead came home and scored. Mugen advanced to third, even though it looked like he was going to stay at second, while Pena was about to take second base. It looked like there was going to be two guys standing at second base, but instead they all reach and advance 2 bases. Here is Johnson, who takes the ball outside. It's 1-0. So that makes it now 12-2 Modesto in the 8th inning now. Mugen's at third, Pena at second after the RBI single. Now Johnson wraps a ground ball in the center for a base hit. Mugen scores. Pena scores. Osiris Johnson. I don't think he's going to want the night to end. He's got a 6 RBI night. 14-2 Modesto in the 8th inning.
The designated hitter, Max Handra.
There's hand-drawn now. It's been the crooked inning for Modesto in this one. 4 runs in the 3rd, 4 runs in the 4th, and now 3 runs here in the 8th with still only 1 out. Pickoff throw to first, and back in with a dive is Osiris Johnson. Rocha is ready. First pitch is fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes. One out. Big breaking ball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a good fastball on the outside from Rocha. Andren 1 for 4 with the single in the 4th. And the pitch misses high. 3 balls and a strike. Again, Oakland will be at home for the first 2 weeks of the regular season. 3-1 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, ball 4. Aaron Miles makes the walk out. He is a pitching change with 1 out and 2 men on in. Oh, we won't roll over the inning just quite yet. We're going to get 1 more arm at least for Oakland when we return. Rocha will depart. And a new pitcher coming for the Ballers when we come back. 14-2 Modesto in the bottom of the 8th. This is Oakland Ballers Radio. New pitcher now for Modesto in the bottom of the 8th. Roadsters lead 14-2 on Oakland in this exhibition matchup. Liam Rocha departs, and now on the pitch is Jake Turk. 6 foot, 210-pound right-hander, 22 years of age, from Cal State San Marcos in the College of Marin. He's been used this week as an extra arm for these scrimmages. Vado, California native. Inherits 2 men at second and first and 1 out for Jacob Lewiski. Right-hander stands on the first base side of the rubber, looks at second base, and delivers the first pitch. It's a breaking ball on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Turk was born in Santa Rosa, but grew up in Novato. The 0-1 popped up. Maybe playable for Shepard. First baseman up against the netting, and he makes the catch on the extended warning track.
That's another Played Again Sports foul ball.
So 2 outs for Vance Tobal.
Now batting,
Turk with Cal State San Marcos pitched in only 3 games. Struggled with walks. He had 10 walks in an inning and 2/3. First pitch to Tobal, right-handed bat. It is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Tobal is 2 for 4 with a couple of run-scoring hits. Single RBI single in the first and an RBI double in the third. The pitch up and in. He leans out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike on the former Central Mizzou star. Our next telecast will be on Tuesday. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, outside corner, called a strike. And it's 1-2. Tyler Peterson and I will be on the call for opening night through the Home Team Network. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A look at second. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and the miss, strike 3. Nicely done by Jake Turk. Inherits 2 men on, gets a foul out, and then a strikeout to end the 8th. But the Roadsters score 3 more on 2 hits. We go to the 9th. Modesto leading 14-2. This is Ballers Radio.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jaden Shepard.
Ninth inning here in Modesto.
For the Roadsters, Josh Swales.
It will not be the last inning of the night. We originally were going to play 10, or we have scheduled to play 10, as Jaden Shepard takes a fastball high for ball 1. Modesto 14, Oakland 2 is our score here in the ninth. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Josh Swales is a new pitcher now for the Roadsters. And it's Shepard, McKenzie, and then Allgaier for Oakland. 1-1. Shepard bounces it softly to third. The third baseman Sebring charges, throws to first. It takes Choi off the bag, and he applies the tag on Shepard for the out. Good play by Sebring at third base. On a ball that was hit softly to third base. So one gone for TJ McKenzie. This will be his first at-bat today. Again, we will be playing 10 innings today, so this will not be the final frame and final at-bats for Oakland. McKenzie takes a fastball high, 1 ball, no strikes. TJ entered the game late at center field. The former Georgia Southern and former baller back with the Ballers, as McKenzie takes a ball high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Is T.J. McKenzie.
Joined the team late last year. One of the best base stealers in the Pioneer League. Swings and misses at the 2-0. It's 2-1. He had 37 stolen bases in 89 games between both Springs with Oakland. And boy, was he a big add to that roster late. 2-1. Swing and a miss. On the high fastball, 2-2. Oakland acquired him during the trade deadline in exchange for a 2026 conditional second-round pick. He only played 8 games in the regular season, but a big-time ad. 2-2. Fouled off to the right. Scored the game-winning run in that decisive Game 3 of the first round against Ogden. 25-year-old from Palm Beach Gardens. 2-2. And the pitch. Rolled softly to short. Pena charges, throws to first. Boy, he took way too long, and McKenzie beats it out for an infield single. Pena charged, collected the baseball, but then just kept running. I don't know if he had trouble getting the ball out of his glove, but he double clutched once, twice, and McKenzie hustled up the line without breaking stride, and it's an infield hit. It's Allgaier now at the plate. He just played a Jake from State Farm ad to intro him in. That was pretty good. First pitch to Allgaier is foul tipped into the glove of Lewinsky for strike 1. I certainly like when opposing teams, they do their homework and then they come up with ways to intro the opposing team in interesting fashion, humorous fashion. Allgaier swings and misses at the 0-1 fastball. It's 0-2. Allgaier uses a timeout. Now we'll get back into the batter's box. We'll see what they do for Connery waiting on deck. 0-2. Allgaier sends a fly ball to fairly deep left, but Mugen barely has to move. He puts it away. 2 outs. And here is Jacob Connery. Modesto ahead by 12. 14-2 Roadsters in the top of the 9th. First pitch is a fastball down the middle for a strike.
Jacob Connery.
No balls and a strike on Connery. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, that ball was in the dirt. And why is Connery running? Did he think he made contact? I think it hit the dirt. I don't think he made contact. Either way, McKenzie advances to second on the wild pitch. For whatever reason, he thought he made contact, but he did not. So he'll walk back to home plate, grab his bat, and he's behind in the count 0-2. What's the confusion here between the umpires? I guess there's no confusion at the end of it all. Now one umpire is trying to tell the other umpire, oh, he's telling McKenzie to go back to first base. Wait a second. I don't think that ball was fouled. I think Connery swung and missed. James Harris, assistant coach for Oakland, is making his case to the home plate umpire. It did not sound like a foul ball. It sounded like a swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt, and McKenzie advanced to second on the wild pitch. The Modesto fans are getting a little bit restless, and they are going to send McKenzie back to first. Boy, I don't necessarily agree with that. Either way, it's an exhibition game. Ending his lead at first base. Pitch is low and outside. One ball, two strikes on Connery. Here's the pitch, and he bounces it to short. It's fielded by Pena. He underhands it to second just in time to get the lead out of McKenzie and to retire the side. We will play on here. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Again, this is a 10-inning exhibition contest. It's Modesto 14, Oakland 2 here on the Ballers Radio Network.
Leading off for the Roadsters, right fielder, Jonah. Sebring.
Bottom of the ninth. We are playing a 10-inning exhibition contest here in Modesto, so the Roadsters will hit, even though they are ahead 14-2 on Oakland. Jake Turk still in the game. Pitched, got the final 2 outs of the 8th, and so he'll return for the 9th. Jonah Sebring is the hitter, right-handed bat. And the first pitch is rolled softly foul up the third base line. 0-1. I see the chat. Thank you all for your messages throughout this one. And we'll go through a couple of messages while we have a moment. Todd Burkett asking who followed Charlie Hurley on the mound. Good question. David Clark. Rookie went 2 innings in relief after Charlie went 3. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Backhanded diving stop, Jake Allgaier. The throw to first is wide, though. And Boyd will get a base hit here on that sharp ground ball to Allgaier. What's confusing me is that the Roadsters scoreboard, they've put up the wrong players in this inning. They have Mugen hitting, but it's not Mugen. It's Dunhurst. So that's what confused me. So Boyd got the base hit on the infield single. Here's Dunhurst, not Mugen, as they have on the video board. I understand it's spring training for everybody. And Dunhurst swings and misses for strike 1. So Clark went 2. Braden Nelson pitched an inning. Liam Rocha pitched an inning and a third before then Jake Turk now has pitched 2/3 of an inning. 0-1 on Dunhurst. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carlo Connor said, "I'm confused." Oh yeah, that was an odd sequence in that last half inning with TJ McKenzie being sent back to first, even though it looked like it was a swing and a miss and not a foul. Didn't hear a foul tip. 1-1. Swing and the foul straight back into the backstop padding. It's 1-2. First pitch today was thrown at 6:02. It's funny because I actually don't even see a pitch clock being operated right now. 1-2. Turk strikes out Dunhurst with a fastball inside. 1 out in the 9th for Owen. I don't see where it's located. It's not out in the center. It's not out in the left. And yet it feels like these pitchers have done a good job of keeping up the pace. Hasn't felt like they've labored too long out there on the mound. Unless there's a clock behind the backstop, wasn't able to see for the game. 1 ball, no strikes on Pena. Excuse me, it's Owen. Boy, Modesto. You got the wrong player on the scoreboard. 1-0. Check swing, foul into the screen down the right field line. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. And the pitch is a strike. Good slider on the outside. 1-2 on Owen. Time is called by Owen at the plate. Still a decent amount of fans that have hung around, enjoying themselves on this Friday night. I mean, it's a very comfortable night. Weather has cooled down considerably. 1-2. Fastball, got him looking on the outside corner, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Turk, 2 outs in the 9th for Jonah Sebring. So we expect the 10th to go this way. Ballers will get their last at-bats. And just like with really any MLB spring training game, the home team will hit as well. It's 14-2 Roadsters in the 9th. First pitch to Sebring is a breaking ball outside, ball 1. We'll see if Turk throws one more inning or if he cedes sway to one more pitcher for Oakland. A 1-0. Fastball is down the middle for a called strike. 1-1 on Sebring. Turk's 1-1. Line sharply down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Rolls into the left field corner. On the move is Boyd. He will stop at third. Sebring into second with a double. 2-out double. Puts 2 men in scoring position. And up to the plate comes Mugen.
Now batting, second baseman, Michael Mugen.
Trying to see if there are any jerseys out there, any interesting jerseys out there in the stands. One guy's wearing the Willie Mays jersey about 7 rows in front. First pitch to Mugen is a fastball on the inside for a strike. We'd love to see the Say Hey Kid getting represented. And we got a Dave Winfield Padres jersey to my right. I've seen some wacky jerseys over the years. Here's a foul off to the right. Some guys wearing like basketball jerseys. No balls, 2 strikes on Mugen. Like the most obscure names. Or a Heat jersey to a minor league baseball game. No balls, 2 strikes on Mugen. Turk throws. And Mugen spoils it foul into the Modesto dugout. Nice barehanded grab by one of the players. I don't know if that was Osiris Johnson, who's either way, a nice barehanded grab. 0-2. It is 14-2 Roadsters here in the 9th. The pitch is bounced to second. Allgaier gets a friendly hop, throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. We will play one more inning here at Modern Woodmen Field. The 10th inning is coming up next. Ballers trail 14-2 here on Ballers Radio. 10th inning here in Modesto. This is a 10-inning exhibition matchup, so Ballers will get one more chance at the plate, and Modesto will get one more chance at the plate in the bottom half. But for now, the Ballers will get one last crack at it, trailing by 12. It is 14-2. Modesto, new pitcher for the Roadsters. It is now the right-hander from Colorado Mesa University, Joey Mazzetti. He will face Damian Stone, followed by Isai Santos for the Ballers. First pitch is low and in for ball one. So Stone getting his first at-bat of the game. Hitting in the 10 spot here for Stroh. Former Ogden Raptor joining the Ballers for his first season. Mazzetti throws a strike, a fastball on the outside. It's 1-1. Stone, 24 years of age, a Fremont native. One of the best contact hitters in the Pioneer League last year. 1-1. In the dirt, scooped out by the catcher Loeski. 2 balls and a strike. And with Ogden, he batted .382. 24 doubles, 5 home runs, and 52 runs batted in just 79 games. 2-1 pitch. Flown out to left, down the line. It is a foul ball. It drops behind the tarp. 2-2.
Foul ball brought to you by Play It Again Sports.
The Ballers are certainly lucky to have Stone on their side now, because when he faced the Ballers as a member of Ogden, he tore them up. 13 hits in 9 games against them. 2-2. Fastball inside corner, strike 3 call. One out in the 10th for Isai Santos.
Now batting, Isai Santos.
Santos with his first at-bat of the night. Entering his second season with the Ballers. First pitch is a fastball inside, ball 1. 25-year-old Berkeley native, Berkeley High alum. He was a PBL Arizona tryout draft selection. 1 out. Outside with a breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 289 hitter from a year ago with 16 doubles, 11 home runs, and 46 runs batted in. Mazzetti's 2-0 is lined sharply in the left field for a base hit. Got a fastball middle away, and Isai poked it in the left. Here is Benitez.
Johan Benitez.
Well, Isai was batting in Benitez's spot. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. First pitch to Johan is swung on and missed for strike 1. It's the 10th inning. It's just trying to get at-bats in. Nick Paz is waiting on deck for Oakland. 14-2 Modesto here in the 10th. The pitch is a breaking ball a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Johan Benitez. Johan batting from the left side, switch hitter. 1-1 from Mazzetti is fisted foul on the ground down the third base line. 1 and 2. Mazzetti was the first overall selection in the Arizona tryout camp by manager JT Snow. Belt high set, 1-2. Benitez rolls it foul back behind the plate. The 2026 Arizona tryout camp, it's held in mid-April at Salt River Fields at Talking Stick. Boy, that's my personal favorite spring training stadium. One of the best if you ask a lot of minor leaguers. Over 150 players tried out. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Strike 3. It's 2 outs now for Paz.
Now batting, Nick Paz.
And 28 players were signed in that draft. Mazzetti going number 1 overall. Oakland would take Justin Trimble with their first pick as the 13th overall selection. Paz takes a strike on the inside. It's 0-1. All right, Bannister's on deck. Paz is, yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, Garrett. The 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Second baseman Hendren throws to first in time. And we'll see. Is that going to be it? Looks like that's going to be it. Aaron Miles signaling to JT Snow, I'm good. Do we want to end it there? JT said sure. So the Roadsters win this exhibition by a final of 14-2 over the Ballers. Modesto scoring big in the first 4 innings. 9 of their 14 runs scored in the first 4. Ballers with 9 hits, 5 errors. 15 runs, 20 hits, 1 error. But again, just an exhibition, just a chance to see the guys, how they shape up in the tune-up. And again, here's how it's going to look for the rest of the weekend. San Quentin game tomorrow morning for Oakland, a quick turnaround. Should be a fun day hanging out with San Quentin and their baseball team. Sunday exhibition against the Martinez Sturgeon in the Pecos League, a 1 o'clock start at Raimondi Park. Again, if you're an investor or season ticket holder, you can check us out in person on Sunday. Get your first look in person at this 2026 Baller squad. And then first game of the regular season, the home opener on Tuesday night at 6:35. The Ballers' title defense begins against the Missoula Paddleheads, and that will be our next telecast. That will be our next broadcast TV style via HTN. Myself and Tyler Peterson will be on the call Tuesday at 6:35. We are aiming for a 6:10 pregame. So mark your calendars for then and there. Otherwise, hope you can join us in person next week for our first homestand. Tickets available, oaklandballers.com for Tuesday and Wednesday. Ring night on Wednesday as the 2025 Pioneer League champion Oakland Ballers are celebrated next week. But that will do things for us here from Modesto. Again, the final, Roadsters 14, Ballers 2 in this exhibition matchup from Modern Woodmen Field. My name's Gareth Kwok, and I will talk to you all on Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and have a great rest of your Friday nights.
Thank you.